Yes, father confirm, it's your boy Foxy P in the building. I like your boy. The chopper of them on the fire plantain. Yes, 1995, 1999 Gidigbo champion. First Igbo governor of Lagos State. Bowen say yes, he can say yes, we fit. Yes, father confirm.
On December, no rule go. On December, no rule go. Yes, father confirm. It's your tout Foxy P in the building. Holla at your boy, chopper here on the fire of plantain. And you can see me, I'm doing guy right now. So let me just put my. Oh, the light is so bright. Good Lord. Lord have mercy on my soul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to welcome you to the 101st episode. That sounds so good, don't it? 101st episode of the Africa Today show. Ginger. I want to welcome you guys. Too many things have happened in Africa. Crazy. I'm going to jump right into it. We're getting the news that this baby, Ethiopian girl, I believe, Genzebe Dibaba, she won the World International Athletic Federation, gave her the best athlete in the world, female athlete in the world, an African woman, because it's a beautiful thing. She accomplished greatness. When they ask her, why are you running so fast? She says, because of the Yoruba demons that are slipping into her DMs and sliding all the way into it. And I was like, damn, Yoruba boys are just taking L's all over the place. It's crazy. It's gotten to the stage now. Igbo boys are using their Igbo ability to just be hanging in the cut now, and they're saying that, oh baby, I'm not Yoruba, I'm Nigerian, I'm not Yoruba, I'm Igbo, I'm an Igbo boy, so come with me. All those boys that before when you meet them, maybe their name is Obi, they're like, oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is O. Now they're telling the girls, my name is not O, my name is Obin Naya. They're giving the girls their full name right now. Obin Naya is my name. I'm not like all those Yoruba demons, all those, because when you say O can be Olawale, can be Olusegun, all of them. No, they said, please get it right. Oh, it's gotten to the stage now that even American babies, people that don't even know anything about our culture, our tradition as Nigerians, they're on Twitter and they're saying all this thing they're saying about Yoruba demons. It's a crazy thing. What is so bad about Yoruba men? I don't get it. Like, why do they have this bad rap about them when it comes to women? You've seen all these memes people making, you take a picture of all these guys that are going in wedding and they're like, a Yoruba demon about to go and break 1,000 girls' hearts. When your body counts is up to 600, that's when you know you're a real Yoruba demon. But I'm like, damn, these L's are just going in heavy. They're taking the losses heavy. Getting the news right here in this Maryland, Kokonsari, that one guy that's posing as a pastor, and his name is Gabriel. Gabriel was caught. What did Gabriel do? Gabriel said Gabriel used to act as a pastor in the church, but then he'll be going to a hotel and be climbing prostitute. But it's not the prostitution that he's doing that carried the problem. They said the problem is that he will invite these guys to the hotel room. He wants to go and meet them in a website called backpage.com for all those boys that are in far places where code is catching them. They're not seeing women to climb. Go to backpage.com. They're not sponsoring this show. I just a link that I found. And people are going there right now. And the guy will go there, link up with these babies, tell them to come to his hotel room. And what will he do? He will climb them and he will rape them and he will take their money and pursue them. They say he put knife on one girl's neck just last week. And this thing came into the news. And I was looking at it like, damn! This guy right here, police, when they catch him, please, police, don't only press charges on him for raping. You should also press charges on him for stealing. Stealing because that commodity you are supposed to pay for, you are getting it for free. That's stealing right there. That's stealing, that's theft. Talking about prostitutes, we're getting news from Lagos State that they arrested 4 prostitutes last week and they charged them to court. Now, prostitution is not something I'm going to report here on Africa Today show. I've told you many times about the times that boys were going all the way Empire and everything. People have told me to talk about it on this show. One day we'll do an episode. We'll just talk about movement. Last getting movement, the motions that boys have done, going all the way to Bar Beach and doing all kinds of things, 50-50 naira, a place that they call friendly, right around my area, in the Okota Isolo. Different things that boys have done back in the day, but I'm not going to talk about it today. What I'm focusing on is the fact that they arrested these 4 babies and they said they are charging them for prostitution at the Igbo court. And I was not like, it's not a charge against them that got my eye. One of the ladies that was arrested, her name was Teresa. Teresa, that she's doing prostitution is not the thing that catch me in my chest. It's the fact that she was doing it at the ripe old age of 61 years. Damn! 61 years old. If you look at the mathematics of that baby's age, that means she's senior Nigeria with 6 years. She was born in 1954. 1954, that means she came into the game. Maybe she started climbing at what? Age 15. So between then and now, can you imagine the number of print that she has climbed? If you can just put all those John Thomas and line them all the way around, you can go and make belts that you can put all the way around the moon. Confirm. Talking about climbing, we're getting the news all the way from Jan in England, in Hertfordshire. We're getting the news that there's a woman who used to weigh 22 stone. You people that live in England, you can translate it. I don't know why they still measure things in stone. England people, they came to Nigeria, they colonized us. What did they tell us? Kilograms. Kilograms is what they gave us. I don't know why people are still measuring stone. But they say this woman was weighing 22 stone. Oh, that's a big stone. And the baby has dropped size from size 24 to size 12. She lost a total of 10 stones. Now, when they ask her, how do you lose all this weight? Are you doing coconut water diet or lemon water diet? She said no. What she did was that she met this one man and she fell in love with him, and they were climbing each other 3 to 5 times a day. So this exercise, what she call it, confirm. She said that knocking of the boots, that climbing of the selling points, confirmed. She said she used that thing and she lost all of that weight in less than 3 years. And I was like, damn, that's a lot of climbing to be doing. They said the average climbing that you could do, you can lose between 150 to 600 calories depending on what kind of elevation you are going for. You know, some people they do for 2 minutes, some people do for 16 hours. Confirm. So she said she lost all of that weight. So all the ladies that are watching this show right now, if you're looking for a way to lose weight, forget about diet, forget about sellotaping your belly. You know, people are doing waist trainer right now. It's a ridiculous thing. Go and climb somebody and you can lose all that weight. Talking about waist trainer, we're getting the news from Ghana that this one baby, sexy girl, beautiful girl, she went and wear 4 waist trainer. 4 at the same time. I said, what's going on now? What do your weights do to you that you're treating it like this? You know all these girls, you'll be seeing them in club, you go and hug them, their body will be hard, like they're wearing bulletproof vests. Like, the body's supposed to be soft and, you know, gentle and suck-on, you know, like feeling like marker foam. All of a sudden, their body just be hard. They can't even talk. I've done a lot of weddings this year. Praise be to God, I MC 24 weddings this year. I think 26 weddings this year. And across the board, a lot of the weddings that I did, the bride cannot talk during the wedding. Will you take this man to be a lawfully wedded? I do. Pastor, I do. People be like, what's wrong with that? It's only when they get to the reception and they change from their bridal cloth into their reception cloth, you know, the traditional outfits. All of a sudden, you see them, they're dancing, they're going low. Vote of thanks. I want to thank everybody that came for this event to come and celebrate with me and my beautiful husband. I'm so happy that I'm married now. All of you that are here, that are slipping into his DMs, God will punish you, people who die young. Their mouth will now open, their voice will now come out. It's a terrible thing. All these people are sellotaping their waist. You don't do that no more. Talking about people that sellotape their waist, we're getting the news that Jidenna, the Nigerian singer, he has won the Soul Train Award. Soul Train Award. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I was so happy when I heard that, but then I was thinking to myself, like, this guy's only one song. I'm a classic, man. Anytime you see me, you know that's me. I'm a classic. That's his only song. So out of one song, I said, no, there's no way this guy can have only one song and winning all this award. And now Google him. It's only that song. There's really nothing else. And I'm like, damn, that song been out for almost like a year and a half. When are you going to do something else? Jidenna, give us something else, please. If it's hardening you, go and meet Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy is ready to be delivering hits for anybody that's ready to give him the money. And I was wondering, this guy that has won this award now, off of one song. This is somebody that I know can stretch that one song for the next 20 years. Because he recently just did a show. They're booking for a show in New York. I'm like, yeah, boys, they were doing a show. I won't say the people that were doing the show was IOJ show. They paying $20,000. $20,000 to come and sing that one song. I said, how many times are you going to? It's almost like the same time. I don't know whether you remember when Yaya had only Kukere. And they were booking for all kinds of shows in Chicago, in Houston, in Atlanta, all over the country. And he'll sing Kukere, Yangere. He'll now do instrumental. Now stop the music. Now bring one skinny girl and one fat girl. They'll come and roll yash. And after they roll everything, then I'm like, okay. Yeah, sing more. Like, thank you so much for coming out. God bless you. You guys are my fans. Pleased to meet you. Talking about people that have fans, we're getting the news from Nigeria. Korede Bello. Korede Bello. God the winner. God the win. I got to win. I don't get a lot. God win. Yeah, Korede Bello. Korede Bello is now the youth ambassador for Nigerian Police. Oh, this is an amazing situation. He's a youth ambassador, and I don't understand why the police have a youth ambassador. Is he going to be catching the young criminals? I don't understand. Talking about criminals, we're getting the news from Nigeria that there's a huge wildlife going on right now. Those people that stole $2 billion, was it $2 billion, $2 billion naira? It was 2 billion something. Those people that stole that money, the money was supposed to be used for the arms and ammunition, and the Nigerian army was supposed to use it and kill all the Boko Haram people in northeast Nigeria. But they've carried the head of former defense, that Dasuki, Sambo, Dasuki guy. They've carried him. They've carried the former governor of Sokoto State, and they've also carried the Ogakpatakpata of AIT. Now, as I was listening to that news, being the skeptic that I am, I was like, they've carried all these guys. Why are they carrying all of them? They said, oh, that the defense guy was one that pulled out the 2 billion naira or $2 billion, whatever it was, from the, I believe it's 2 billion naira, pulled it out from central bank, now gave it to the Sokoto State Governor, who now passed it through the head of AIT, and that's how they were now able to siphon that money out, the money that was supposed to be used to buy guns and ammunition. And I'm like, all right, fine. AIT, in case people don't remember, AIT were the ones that ran a special. It was like a 55-minute special. You can see it on YouTube. About Buhari. They said Buhari is not the man you think he is. He's not this soft-spoken, you know, very religious guy that's all about discipline and all that kind of stuff. They said he himself has done all kinds of bad things. He's not who you think he is. And I thought it was very interesting that now that Buhari is in, it's almost like there's a witch hunt going on, where they're not arresting all the people that have in any way, shape, or form come against him, especially during the political time when he was running for office. Knowing fully well that this guy ran for office, I believe, 4 times. So each of those times that he ran for office, the number of enemies were climbing up and up and up and up, and it's like, you, I will catch you, you, I will catch you, you, I will catch you. And there's no kind of forgiveness. Now, that leads me to the next thing I want to talk about. If you guys are following, there's something that happened in Kogi State, in Nigeria. We had a governor, someone that was running for governor, his name is Audu, and basically he was running against the current governor, but he himself had been governor before a couple of times. So he was running, and people felt like he was going to win. He was running on that APC and all that kind of stuff. It looked like he was going to win. And this guy now, mud, the guy died the day after the election. While they were still tallying the votes, he died. And then everybody now pressed pause. It's okay, how are we going to do this thing? The guy who was running against the PDP guy said, I'm the one who's the winner, because all the votes that people voted for this guy has more, so all those votes has gone into gutter. So you have to give it to this second person with the highest number of votes, which is me. Then APC now came out and said, hold on. The guy died, but people voted for our party. Then they now turned to INEC, which is our Independent National Electoral Commission. I said, what's the rule? So those ones now said, press pause. Let's find out, please. They now went and now started looking. Basically, they had issues in 91 polling booths or polling centers. So basically, the guy was leading his own brother. So the 2 governor aspirants, the difference in their votes was about 41,000, give or take a few. And in all of those centers, those 91 polling centers, if you add the number of people there, it was 40-something thousand. So they're looking at it like, we are going to have to do election in those centers so we can get the votes. And because the number of people in those voting centers who could have casted their ballots for each of these guys is about the same number as the difference in 2 of them, we're ruling this election inconclusive. So now, nobody knows what to do. They say, let them go to the Constitution. The Constitution says, if you are running for election, you've been nominated by your party, and you die before the election, your party has to select somebody new. The Constitution also says that if after the election you won, and you have been appointed and said that this guy won the election, your deputy becomes the governor. But in this scenario, when you do not even know who has won, and the guy now permitted the day after, there is no rule in place. The Constitution did not know what to do. So I have an idea, ladies and gentlemen, because this is something that Fela and Nicola Bokuti had already looked into. Dead body don't get the accident. Yeah, man.
Dead body get the accident. Yeah, man. Confusion break the bone.
Yeah, man. But for me, I found it very interesting that this thing is happening. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's something funny going on in Nigerian election. I don't know whether you guys have noticed. There's been, you know, when the election happened, everybody was like, Jega, yeah, the man. Jega was the head of the whole INEC, the people that, you know, looked over the election and everything else. You are the man. You were honest. You did this election. Everything worked out perfectly. Now let me look up the facts because I don't want to lie to you guys. Because I thought this was absolutely amazing what I discovered. So this is the thing, right? APC won the election from the presidential perspective. Buhari is the president. Then in the House of Rep, you have APC has 225, PDP has 125, and then the other parties have 10. Nobody cares about them. Nobody invited them to the party. Nobody's giving them cake to eat. You're not even going to compete in dance competition. Go home. In the Senate, APC also has a majority. 60 for APC, PDP has 49. Now, in that same Senate, I've noticed that a lot of the places that PDP won, and they said these guys are already senators, including the former Senate President, David Mark. David Mark's situation has become dicey because now APC has been going to court for every single place that PDP won. And so David Mark was one of the senators who their whole election has been overturned. So now they're saying that they have to do a fresh election in his own hometown where he did his where he was selected as a senator. This is someone that was a sitting senator before, not only sitting senator, but he was actually Senate president under Jonathan. Now, this is where it gets interesting. In the state governorship, APC won 22 seats, PDP won 13, and ABGA won 1. We don't care about them. They can dress back. However, in all those states that PDP won, 13 of those states, we're getting news now that they've overturned the Taraba states. They say we can't agree. Taraba state, the winner, he's not the winner. The guy who ran under PDP and he won. They say there was no nomination that was submitted, so PDP did not send a nomination. Say this is the guy that we nominated to INEC. So how did INEC now know who they put on the ballot to run against the APC? I don't know whether you guys are following this story. There's a woman that's won that whole thing from an APC perspective. She was the APC nominee. She lost to the PDP guy in the governorship. But now that they've gone and contested the thing, the election tribunal has come back and said, you know what? This woman is the real governor because this PDP guy, he was not nominated by his party. But they were like, hold on. People voted for him in the governorship though. So if he was not nominated by the party in December, how did you know to put his name so people can vote for him in April? Food for thought. We're also getting the news in Rivers State. APC is disturbing. They're about to overturn that whole thing. Bayelsa, they have to do their own election soon. And Akwa Ibom, APC is disturbing as well. Those 3 states are the main oil producing states in the nation, number 1. Number 2, those are the states that had heavy APC guys as their governor. And before they were APC, they were PDP. So these are people that decamped. So ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with a situation now where APC is not content with having governors in 22 states out of the 36. They are now fighting for the other states that PDP guys won the election in. In case you're not paying attention to what I'm saying, we're seeing a situation where APC is about to become the new PDP. They want to completely eliminate the opposition. So they want to have the entire country to be marching according to the beat of one drum. Is that the right thing to do? Come on now. Don't be silly. Just thinking about that, I'm just going to put you on because you just have to close eye for certain situations that are going on in our country, Nigeria. It's a crazy thing. Let's leave Nigeria alone. We're getting the news all the way from Amsterdam. Ghana people, they're doing it again, doing it heavy, doing it real big. Apparently, some Ghana people were arrested in Amsterdam. What did they do? They didn't smoke crack. They didn't carry cocaine. They didn't do anything illegal. What were they doing? They were making noise. Their neighbor was like, this noise is excessive coming from upstairs. They're living on the 7th floor or whatever. And they said the noise is coming in excessive. They call police. Police go there and they find that these people are pounding fufu. They're pounding yam. And because of that over pounding of yam, they arrest them. They might be facing deportation. Talking about deportation, I don't know whether you guys heard the news about the British UK. They're about to deport, I think they said 29,000 Nigerians or so. I know some of you think it's 25,000, but maybe you're inside and maybe 4,000. They haven't told you yet. Maybe Fox Speed knows and you don't know. Who knows? So they said they're going to deport about 29,000 people. And we got the news that this last week, the first plane landed in Lagos with 500 people that were deported from London. However, the news now came out the next day saying that no, out of those 500, is only 49 that were deported. So the question is this: who are those remaining 441 people? I'll tell you who they are. They are people that just wanted to go on vacation. You know, people that their paper is complete and they're like, you know what, this December flight is too expensive. They're deporting people. I don't have paper. Please, I don't have paper. Look at me. Just carry me and go. Whereas they have their pali in their back pocket. They have their queen passport in their back pocket. Now, we know that China has a law that says that if you tweet anything or if you go on social media and say anything that induces like chaos or, you know, anything that's incorrect or is not right or whatever, you can face, you know, death. You know, they can put you in jail, all that kind of stuff. There's no freedom of speech in China. Everybody knows that. We know that Saudi Arabia did a similar thing during the whole Hajj stampede that killed over 600 people. They even put something in there that if you tweet the wrong information, they can come and carry your house and arrest you, and you can face all kinds of situations. Kuwait came out and did the same thing. Egypt has done it too, where they jailed people for tweeting. Now we're getting the news from Nigeria that the Senate floor has passed for the second reading. After the first reading, they have the second reading before they can now vote and all that kind of stuff. They've passed for the second reading that if you tweet or an insult to any elected official or any infrastructure in Nigeria that's governmental, ladies and gentlemen, you are facing a fine of at least 2 million naira. So a lot of you that are just going to be tweeting that, this Buhari, you keep traveling all over the place. Ajala travel all the time. Buhari, this is your daughter. Are you sure she's your daughter? Look at her face. She doesn't even resemble you. She's too pretty. Any kind of insult. People are always insulting all the Okonjo Iwealas and all the people that are inside the government. Well, Okonjo Iweala is a past person. All of you that are always insulting all the governors and all the ministers. Fashola, you stole all the Lagos State money. They're coming for you. They're coming for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to have a police state in which if you tweet any kind of nonsense, they will catch you. Now, let me remove my eyeglass for this next thing I want to talk about. Because it's very serious. All right. We've talked about Biafra. Our eyes have caught fire. We're tired of talking about Biafra. I'm going to say something. I think it's very disrespectful for anybody to say that they're trying to bring back Biafra. I think it's very disrespectful to me as an Igbo person. It's very disrespectful in the memory of 2 of my uncles who died during the war and everybody else who lost their lives and property and means of livelihood during the war. You're not bringing back Biafra. This is a new Biafra movement. New Biafra movement. It's not the same thing. So let's start from there, first of all. Level set. We know that the Kano boy that was carried by police and everything else is still in their custody and all that kind of stuff. The independent people of Biafra and Masob, they've been doing all kinds of things. I've told you that those two organizations cannot even work together. We're recently getting the news that Wazirike, who's the head of Masob, has been removed because he embezzled 100 million naira. I'm like, 100 million? What the fuck did this motherfucker get 100 million? How? They say he embezzled it, so they have a new acting leader. Now, the situation is this. They called for nobody to sell any market in Onitsha. Onitsha is by far one of the biggest markets in Igbo land. Between Onitsha and Aba, I don't know which one is bigger, but 2 of them are dragging neck to neck. Confirmed. It's almost like when you tell people who's the better striker in Nigerian history. Is he Yekini or is he Kanu Nwankwo? Depending on where you're looking at it from. You're looking at Tunisia 94 backwards, or you're looking at Atlanta 96 forward. Who knows? Nobody knows. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is this. Those 2 organizations, they said they're going to do a big protest today, which was Tuesday coming into Wednesday. They did it in Onitsha. They shut down the Niger Bridge, which to a lot of Igbo people, it has a very sentimental value. The idea is that, you know, if you think about Igbo land, you know, where the Niger is our border. So during the war, the idea was once you cross the Niger, regardless of anything that's happening, the kind of persecution you're going through from other ethnicities, the Nigerian army killing our people and all that kind of stuff, once you cross over the Niger, you're home, you're safe. It's like a no-go area. Even Ojukwu said it, you can look up speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, all these things that I know is not that I know because I know because I learn. That's all it is. So you can look these things up and you can see it. They said it. Once you cross to Niger, you're home. Nothing ever happened to you. So we have a sentimental value. That's one of the reasons why you see a lot of Igbo people when they're coming from Lagos, when they're traveling to the village, they will stay hungry. They won't stop to eat. They can pass already. They'll pass Benin. They'll cross the Niger no matter what time. Once they get to Onitsha, they'll stop and eat Our Lady's bread and akara. Because to them, they're like, I'm back in Igbo land. So these guys, they did the protest. They shut down the bridge. They disrupted business activities. A lot of the traders were like, look, we don't want to be a part of this thing you're doing. Let us just sell our market. Don't come and disturb us. This guy that people are fighting for, we're going to fight for him. It has nothing to do with us. However, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they went and did that protest. We're getting the news that 2 police officers were killed during that protest. We're also getting the news that the mosque, the central mosque in Onitsha, was burnt. Now, I'm saying this because for everything that happens, there's a cause and effect. A lot of people who are behind these protests are people who have never left Igbo land. All they know is that small circle. But for anybody that has ever left Igbo land, you know for a fact that we have Igbo people that are living all around Nigeria, who are living in places that are just powder kegs, just waiting for any kind of thing to just explode. You have people who live in Kano, who live in Kaduna, who live in those places where any small thing, it doesn't even need to be much. Let someone just hear that, I went to go and buy keto sandal and they sold it to me for 100 naira, but somebody else is selling it for 50 naira. And then the person that sold it to me 100 naira is an Igbo guy. They say, it's Igbo people. These people are thieves. Nyamini, they're thief. Before you know anything, they bring out and they start slaughtering Igbo people. It doesn't take much. There's a lot of things that they don't report in the news. I know this because I have family that live in the north. I've spent a lot of my life in the north, Kano, whether it's Sabongeri or Kawaji or No Man's Land or Bompai. I've visited, I've been there, I've spent summer holidays there. I understand how it is. People that smile with you today, tomorrow the house people can turn around and kill the Igbo man in 2 seconds flat. So for you to now go and burn that mosque, there's going to be repercussions. You have people that are waiting to prove their worth, especially now that Boko Haram has emasculated a lot of these Hausa men. A lot of these people that are illiterates. I'm not saying all Hausas are illiterates, but you have the people who are just waiting, the thugs, who are just waiting for any opportunity to be able to show their rank at the Baba that, I still have it. You go and burn their mosque. These are people that are ready to kill because somebody went and burnt Quran. Do you know how many Qurans are inside a mosque? So, ladies and gentlemen, this thing has escalated to a point where the Masop people and the IPOB people that are campaigning for this new Biafra are creating a situation that's putting all the Igbo people who may or may not care about this new Biafra they're trying to create, putting them in harm's way. And I found it very interesting when they came out today and they said that, we don't know these people that went and burnt that mosque. We don't know these people that killed those policemen. No. It seems like the Nigerian government has added some agents within us that are carrying guns and shooting at the soldiers and burning mosques. But let me tell you something. If you're in a house and you're teaching your child how to steal, the day he goes outside to steal, don't say you don't know him. That's still your child. IPOB through Nnamdi Kanu has consistently pushed out hatred over the radio. If you go on there, just go on, it's right there on Facebook. Radio Biafra London, just look it up. You see the things that people write there. You be wondering like, yo, I'm Igbo, you're Igbo. Why are you like this? How much they hate Yorubas, how much they hate, Hausas, how much they hate Benin people, how Awolowo sold them out in the Biafran war, blah, 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 all these things. And it hurts me because I feel like you're selling hatred. You're saying the Hausa man is bad, the Hausa man is terrible, the Hausa man is a killer. You're saying all Muslims are terrible people, they are bad people. When you've been feeding that into the head of a young boy, age 15, age 16, who has nothing to lose, who's just absorbing all of those words and who has taken it to heart. He may not have your discerning spirit to be able to, you know, sieve through your words. He's just gonna act. So let me tell you something, IPOB. Those people that burn that mosque is you people. It's nobody else. And now the repercussions are gonna be felt by other Igbo people. It's a terrible thing, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm not gonna leave you on a sad note. I'm gonna leave you on a funny note, ladies and gentlemen, because something crazy happened in Uganda. I saw this thing, I almost died. This man, he caught his wife inside room. I guess they have like a TV show that if you suspect your baby of cheating, you can just go there and tell them and they follow your camera. And he went there and I remember when I watched, he went there and he saw his wife with the man chilling. The guy has off shirt. He thought that it was just gonna be an easy situation. Can you imagine somebody's climbing your wife, you catch the person, and the person now decided to use the opportunity to now teach you Pepe, to tell you that why he's a better man than you. See Ron, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. What would you do if you come home? That's the question for today, because I don't care about any serious question. What will you do if you come in and you find your significant other with somebody else inside your people's house or inside your people's room or on top of your matrimonial bed? Ladies, what would you do? Guys, what would you do? I want you to write the comments right there below. Tell me what you think about this show. If you enjoyed it, if you liked it, please do me a favor. I noticed that our subscribers are going up. I think we just hit like 1,100. That's beautiful. Well, we can do better. Make sure every single person post this video on your Twitter and on your Facebook. Tag your friends. Let them watch it. Let them get to know about Africa Today's show. This is our thing. We're doing it for our own people. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so excited to be able to do this for you guys. The love you guys showed on the 100th episode was amazing. A lot of people said I inspired them. Whatever it is that I inspired you to go and do, I hope you're doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. If you need my help for any situation, hit me up. If you can't contact me off for social media, I don't want people to see it. africancomedians@gmail.com. There's something that's playing through my head right now. I have an idea of possibly starting a podcast. There's some things I want to talk about I cannot talk about on Africa Today Show because I'm trying to keep this one just for the African news itself. A lot of things happening in my life, a lot of life experiences I want to share with you guys. A lot of funny things that happen backstage in our comedy shows. I'm thinking of a podcast, so suggest a name for me. I'm thinking maybe the Touts, maybe Foxy P Show can come back, but I did that thing with Jidenna to lift the bad taste in my mouth, so I don't know if I'm going to use the same name. So just suggest a name for me. I should talk whenever we end this show. Anything we don't die in our vote, I went and dab, ladies and gentlemen, suck down breast. Ginger. We have a big show coming up, APC Xmas, the second year we're doing it right here in Baltimore. It's going to be beautiful, December 19th. If you're close to Maryland, please come through. Come through. And then you have to come for this one. That's what I confirm. Shegun Prime is going to be there by God's grace. You guys are amazing as always. Man, I take care. God bless. Ginger.